trying to change what I've been trying to say. Words don't come straight from my head to my mouth. It's such a shame that it fell out of place. Was never me that was bringing you down. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Always looking for more. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? I wish that I could change what you wanted.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here as we get set for our 7th race of the second season of the NNSCRA series here under the lights at Slinger International Raceway. This was the race last season that pretty much set up what our battle was going to be for the championship, and one season later it's going to do the exact same thing. The question is, though, once the checkered flag waves here this evening, how many drivers are going to be mathematically eligible to battle for the championship when we get to Nashville Speedway next week? Only time will tell, as we are getting set here tonight for 16 drivers to take the green flag. That's right, you heard 16. We upped it from 12 to 14, and now we've upped it from 14 to 16, as we had 2 more people donate to the Back to Bristol GoFundMe, and they are making their first career starts here tonight. We'll see them obviously have their first full-time season in the upcoming confirmed Season 3. But here tonight should be a lot of fun, as we'll have 80 laps of racing. Of course, that stage caution coming in the middle and setting these drivers up for what should be a heck of a finish. Last year's race was really actually a lot of fun to observe, so can't wait to see what's going to happen when we have almost double the cars on track that we had one season ago. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this evening's race, as Benjamin Miles captures the pole position, our winner from a couple of weeks ago at Eldora, so he's looking to become the second multi-time winner on the season. Ali Liera, of course, the first one with her victories at Knoxville and last week at South Boston. But Miles comes into this race currently 8th in the point standings. He is 36 points out of the points lead, and he's going to share the front row with Levi McIntyre. Levi coming into this race second in the point standings, only 4 points outside of the points lead. Levi, of course, a former winner this season at 5 Flags. Jovan Anderson will make up row number 2's inside. Jovan comes into this race a total of 24 points out of the points lead, 4th in the overall standings, the winner at the season opener at Stafford. And alongside of him, doesn't look like Michael Norman will be able to be a back-to-back champion here in the SRX series, as he's on the outside the front row, but he is currently sitting 12th in the point standings. He right now, if my calculations are correct, 87 points out of the points lead. I don't even think if he won both stages and both races tonight and next week that he would be able to make up enough points to get into the championship battle. So a tough break there for Michael Norman. He'll look to just get some good momentum for next season. Mentioned that there are 2 drivers making their debuts here tonight. One of them is going to make up the inside of row 3. That is Anthony Mccrory. Anthony is going to be in the peach-colored SRX machine here tonight, next week, and all the remainder of the upcoming seasons. Obviously, with no points so far, making his debut, he's not anywhere in the point standings, so he's going to get his first points here tonight. A driver that made their debut last week at South Boston is Chris Darlington. He's going to be on the outside of row number 3. Darlington had a pretty good showing last time out at South Boston as well, so he'll look to follow that up here today. Keith Batson's going to be on the inside of row 4. Keith comes into this race currently 10th in the point standings, a total of 57 points out of the points lead. He does have a mathematical shot, but he's kind of almost in the same boat as Michael Norman and a couple of other drivers that we'll document in a few moments. Needs a lot of things to go right. Might be a little too late for the driver of the red SRX machine, and Ali Liera is going to line up to his outside in that 8th position. Ali comes in the points leader, and obviously 2 wins on the season. The winner last week out South Boston. Top 10 is going to be completed by Jesse Turner in the orange SRX machine. Jesse comes into this race 7th in the point standings, only 31 points out of the points lead, so still in the hunt. And Carson Gum, the one half of the co-defending champions, this is where he took a checkered flag last season that got him into that title picture the following week in the finale at Nashville. He's going to complete the top 10. Carson comes into this race 5th in the point standings. He's 25 points out, so he's got a shot at being a back-to-back champion. Row 6 is where we'll find Seth Cole on the inside line. Seth Cole coming into this race 3rd in the point standings. He's 23 points. I was going to read off how many points he'd accumulated. He's 23 points out of the points lead, so still very much in the thick of it. And Dylan Poteet, we saw make his debut in the SRX series last week at South Boston as well. He's going to be rolling off from the outside of row number 6. Poteet last week only accumulated 12 points overall, so he'll look for a better run here tonight. The other Dylan Young, he's going to be on the inside of row 7. Dylan Young coming into this race 9th in the point standings, a total of 52 points out of the points lead, so he may be out of it mathematically, but he's looking for his first win on the season. He'll be alongside of Austin LaPlante in the green machine. Austin LaPlante coming into this race in 11th in the point standings. He is 58 points out, much like Dylan Young, possibly looks like mathematically ineligible of being in the championship picture, but we'll have to see what happens here tonight. Nick Gunther, he is going to be on the inside of row 8. Gunther coming into this race 6th in the point standings. He's 28 points out behind the points lead. Our Lucas Oil Raceway winner. He's still mathematically eligible to battle for the championship next week. And the second of the 2 debuting drivers here tonight is going to be Daniel Voiles. Daniel Voiles is going to be in the magenta SRX machine, and he will start shotgun on the field in the 16th position. Obviously, much like Anthony Mccrory, he'll be looking to accumulate his first points of the season here tonight at Slinger Raceway. Let's go down trackside for those most famous words in motorsports and get ready to get the penultimate race of the season underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command given. Let's take a look at our race info coming into tonight. Going to be 80 laps of racing, one of the short tracks that we have here on the schedule. So 40 laps for the first stint. Then we will invert the field and set them loose for the final 40 laps of the evening. Should be a good one. Slinger has always been a great short track, and it's ready to play its part into who's going to be in the hunt for the championship as they head into the restart zone. The green flag waves, and we're racing. Benjamin Miles leads the first lap of the race. Jovan Anderson moved into second. Now he wants the top position as Miles got loose there off of 2. Almost came down into the passenger side door of Jovan Anderson. Will take the race lead. Anthony Mccrory under fire from Keith Batson and Jesse Turner. Batson looking for 3rd. Now he might get 2nd from Benjamin Miles as the door is left open on that inside line. Jesse Turner following in the tire tracks, and I believe the caution is out for the first time tonight. Daniel Voiles, who rolled off from the last position, has gone around. Oh, he's going to get a hit there from Benjamin Miles as the leaders were catching up to him. Not sure who else might have been involved or if it was just a solo spin there by Daniel Voiles, but Voiles, when the caution came out, was ahead of the pace car, so he should be able to bypass the pace car and still remain on the lead lap. The pace car is racing its way around to try and pick up the leaders, which he is doing now. My gosh. What is the pace car doing? Wow. It just stopped on a dime to 40 miles per hour. As it's going to let Daniel Boyles on by. I think the pace car is drunk. Are we going back green? I think we just went back green. That was the fastest pace laps I ever saw, so we weren't even able to go back and look at what happened to Daniel Boyles. So we're going to show you what happened courtesy of the NNSCRA split cam. I've never seen that before. That's the first time that's happened. And Jovan Anderson now is caught up to the tail end of the pack for that restart. He's trying to put Daniel Boyles a lap down. Carson Gumb's back here as well. That was interesting. Carson's now got almost 3.5, or not Carson, Jovan's got almost 3.5 seconds back to Benjamin Miles, then Batson in third, Dylan Young in fourth, and he just lost that spot to Seth Cole. Dylan Young going to fall back to fifth, where Jesse Turner will challenge him. Well, I don't rightly know what to say about all that went down just there, as now Jovan Anderson has gone around Anthony Mccrory and put him a lap down. But Jovan Anderson, who came into this race fourth in points, 24 points out of the points lead, certainly would love to get those 12 points for winning the stage. I'm not rightly sure what to think of what we just saw there. The pace car completed 2 or 3 laps at almost 175 miles per hour and then pulled into pit road. So, yeah. Benjamin Miles was 36 points out of the points lead coming to this one, and right now he runs in the second position, so this could be a big opportunity for Miles to get into that championship battle. As wow! Jesse Turner nearly just wrecked himself off the nose of Dylan Young. He had just bypassed Dylan Young for the 5th position. And now he's trying to go to work on Seth Cole. That'd be for 4th. Looks like he's going to clear him off of turn 4. Batson right now up into the 3rd spot, as you've seen these cars get really loose, especially off of turn 2, trying to get the power down, but the rear tires just don't seem to have the grip necessary. As Dylan now going to go by Seth Cole. There's Chris Darlington. Saw him make his debut last week, had a really good run at South Boston, and he's going to go to work on Seth Cole. So the gold car versus the yellow car for P6. And just behind them, you got Nick Gunther trying to reel them in. He's right now in the 8th position, trying to work his way up closer to the front. The interval has grown from Jovan Anderson back to Benjamin Miles. Keith Batson, though, appears to maybe be starting to reel Miles in. Miles does have Anthony Mccrory, the lap car, between himself and 3rd place battling, so might be able to hold on to that spot for the remainder of this first stage. That's Dylan Young. This is for 3rd on Keith Batson. Now with Anthony Mccrory a lap down, and see if Daniel Boyles has been lapped. Yeah, he has, as has Carson Gumb and now Austin LaPlante. These drivers, they do get put back on the lead lap, and the field does get inverted, so they will be starting up towards the front for the upcoming 2nd stage. It's only if you DNF, if you finish behind the wall in the 1st stage, that you forfeit your inverted starting position for the 2nd stage. Jovan Anderson's got a fast car. Yeah, he got the benefit of restarting behind Daniel Boyles and Carson Gumb, but he is then reeled in Austin LaPlante. He's about to catch up here to Levi McIntyre and Dylan Poteet, who are in a battle for 11th position. So yeah, some circumstances worked out in Jovan Anderson's favor there with that rather weird caution period, but he's showing right now he's got himself a very fast race car, and that fast race car was nearly just wrecked by Levi McIntyre, who had his hands full off of turn 2. Now, one driver that's not going to really benefit that much from points is going to be Ali Liera, who just got into Dylan Poteet, and that pass by Poteet on Ali just dropped her outside of the top 10. So Ali right now is only in line to get 2 points for this stage, might end up being dropped, only getting 1 stage point, as Austin LaPlante's trying to pick up a spot. So Ali is not really going to get very good stage points here, and going to be a big opportunity for a lot of drivers to be able to try and close up the gap. Anderson, Seth Cole, Nick Gunther, Jesse Turner. Like, there are going to be some drivers, Benjamin Miles as well, that will be able to really close up that gap. As man Jovan Anderson, all out of shape off of turn 2, actually was on the apron going into turn 3 with the left sides. Even the race leader appearing to be struggling. And Ali Liera just dropped back to 13th, so now she's not in line to get any stage points here in the first half of this race. Second place battle, there is none. Looks like Benjamin Miles holding down that runner-up spot pretty firmly. 0.3 of a second separating Dylan Young from Jesse Turner in the battle for third. Keith Batson right there as well, so this is a battle to who's going to get 10, 9, and 8 stage points respectively, and for Turner, it's an opportunity to keep himself in that championship hunt. As hitting the line, 2 laps to go for Jovan Anderson. So Anthony Mccrory, I believe, yeah, he's running 16th. He would be the pole sitter for the upcoming second stage. Jump back up to Jovan Anderson, who's going to see the white flag in the air this time by. Jovan Anderson, his first full-time season, won the season opener. This stage victory could very well keep him in the mathematical hunt for the championship next week at Nashville as he takes the green and white checkered flag. Benjamin Miles will get second. Third place appears to go to Keith Batson, fourth to Jesse Turner, and Dylan Young will get fifth as we wait for the rest of the field to cross the start finish line. And as they do, we'll show you the stage points accumulated here by said drivers. Much needed stage points for Anderson, Miles, Turner, Nick Gunther, Seth Cole, all going to be able to utilize that into trying to reel in Ali Liera for that points lead. Ali did not get any stage points, you can see in this stage, so obviously going to be a lot of pressure on the driver of the pink machine in the upcoming second stage. She will be starting pretty close up to the front of the field though, but it will be Anthony Mccrory who is going to be the pole sitter, and I believe he's going to have Daniel Boyles to his outside, so your 2 debuting drivers here tonight going to be your front row for the upcoming second stage. Alright, so we are going to step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here as the field gets put together, and we'll find out who's going to take the 7th checkered flag of the second season of the NNSCRA SRX Series. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome you back here to Slinger Speedway, getting ready to find out who's going to be in the championship battle next week at Nashville Speedway. Stage 2, ready to be run. Final 40 laps as Anthony Mccrory, Daniel Boyles making their debuts here tonight are the front row. Mccrory going to try and drive away. Man, really loose there at the initial start off of turn 2. He is going to get that lap led. Battle will be for second. Ali Liera looking for back-to-back victories and third win of the season. Trying to gain back the points that she lost back in that first stage. A lot of drivers that are trying to take that points lead away from her, including Anderson, Miles, Turner, Cole, Gunther, Gum, McIntyre, they all got stage points, but Ali Liera did not. And so she's going to try and mount a comeback here as Levi McIntyre has gotten up to second place. Just got around Ali Liera, just got around Daniel Voiles, and now he's going to go around off the nose of Voiles, back up the racetrack, and everybody's going to miss him. Wow. Nice piece of driving there by everyone as that car spun right back up into traffic. And we nearly had ourselves a gigantic wreck there into turn 3. Pace car is actually going to drive at a decent pace this time, so we'll actually go back and look at the replay. Boy, that was a close call there. Levi McIntyre, all sorts of out of shape off of turn 2. Nothing Daniel Voiles could do, and I'll tell you what, this is amazing that he didn't come back up into traffic and collect others. Michael Norman nearly got tagged. LaPlante nearly got tagged. Jesse Turner had to lift out of the throttle. Look at them three wide bouncing off each other there with Nick Gunther as they were still racing back to the start-finish line, remember, too. So that was a close call. Doesn't look like anybody came to pit road, so we're still good to go. Anthony Mccrory in just a few moments should have the lights out atop the pace car, and we can go back green. So with Levi McIntyre getting some stage points, Seth Cole getting some stage points, I'll see if I can quickly in my head figure out what the interval is between them and Ali Liera, as well as with Jovan Anderson. So Jovan Anderson got 12 stage points, so that would put him at 138, so he's 12 points behind Ali Liera starting the second stage. Levi McIntyre, he got 1 point, so he is 3 points behind Ali. And Seth Cole ended up getting 6 points, so he is 17 points behind Ali, based off the current point standings. Carson Gum, he would be minus 23. Nick Gunther would be minus 26. Correction, minus 24 for Nick Gunther. Green flag back in the air. Anthony Mccrory looking to get his first career victory and his first career start. You have to wonder, I know obviously the timing of that caution and the weirdness of the pace car played a big part into him being a lap down early and finishing 16th in stage 1, but when you look at drivers like Mccrory, like Voiles, Dylan Pote, Chris Darlington, they started the season late. There's no way they're going to be able to battle for the championship. I think they're out just trophy hunting here in season 2. They'll worry about the championship next season, but I think they're trophy hunting here tonight, next week at Nashville. They don't care about points. As Voiles way up, almost got the wall. That was interesting, bit of a lag spike there. Nice save there by Daniel Voiles as he nearly got into Michael Norman, who is now up to P2. LaPlante just moved up to the 3rd spot. Michael Norman, more than likely, he might fall into the category of just out trophy hunting right now, too, as we talked at the top of the program. Not mathematically eligible to be able to defend his title. He's going to lose a spot there to Austin LaPlante, though. LaPlante also could be mathematically out of the hunt, so he could be out there just looking for a win. Same for Keith Batson, same for Dylan Young, and we got a spinner! Jovan Anderson just got into Daniel Voiles, and Voiles got clobbered by Ali Liera. Oh, we avoided it the first time, we didn't avoid it the second time, and we've had a flip here tonight at Slinger Speedway. And that was your points leader, Ali Liera, that took the big shot there into the driver's side door of Daniel Voiles. Caution is out for the 3rd time tonight overall, 2nd time here in the 2nd stage. And let's go back and see what happened. We caught the tail end of it. I believe it's Jovan Anderson and Daniel. And now, Ali Liera has just gone up and over, thanks to Carson Gum. So we've got some tempers flaring here tonight. We'll document that in just a moment. But first, I want to go back and see what happened with Daniel Voiles and Jovan Anderson. Wow. There's a lot going on here in such a short span of time. Yeah, Voiles, same like what we saw happen with Levi McIntyre. And there's Ali Liera comes flying in and clobbers the 16. And we're going to just keep it here. Because, oh, then Ali Liera gets spun off the nose of, I think that was Nick Gunther. So wind that back. Yeah, they're racing back here to the start-finish line, and Nick Gunther says, hey, you're slow, get out of the way. Dylan Pote makes contact. And then, as Ali Liera is going to try and come back up onto the racing surface here, watch for the purple car of Carson Gum. Yeah, there he is on the right side of your screen. Nothing happening yet, and now Ali is going to turn up the track into Carson, and Ali's going to go up and over. And then contact with Seth Cole. What was that all about? There's a lot of contact being exchanged right there. And I think we've gone back green, and I missed it. Yeah, we did. Austin LaPlante trying to take the lead here from Anthony Mccrory. But we've got Ali Liera and Daniel Voiles out of the race. This is going to be a horrible points night for the points leader, Ali. As she is certainly going to lose points now. Finishing in 13th, well actually, no, finishing in 15th and 16th, you don't get any points here now. So there are no points for Ali Liera tonight. That is going to break the championship battle wide open. Carson Gum has now moved into second. Dylan Young to third. Mccrory has dropped back to fourth, and a little contact between himself and Jovan Anderson. Right now, Jovan Anderson winning that stage and running up inside of the top 5. He could be the one to be the points leader going into next week. Same for Levi McIntyre, who's right now in 6th. I think it's going to be really close for that points battle, that championship battle next week at Nashville, now with the early departure of Ali Liera. Tough break there for Daniel Voiles in his debut as well. Victim of circumstances here at Slinger. We've seen a lot of drivers have that issue here tonight, getting loose off of turn 2. No doubt next year when Voiles comes back here to Slinger Speedway, he'll be ready for that sensation. As Austin LaPlante continues to lead, Dylan Young, Austin LaPlante both started in the same row at the initial start of this race, rolled off the grid side by side. And it right now looks like it could come down between those two for the race win. But as soon as I say that, Jovan Anderson, Anthony Mccrory, and Carson Gum, they've caught up to Dylan Young. And Dylan Young is going to get swallowed up here. Anderson's going to move to second, looking for the sweep. Trying to win both the stage and the race as we were 3 wide for third. Carson Gum. Oh, contact! Anthony McCurry's up into the wall. Look out oncoming traffic. Is the caution going to wait for that? Yes, it will. Caution will come out for the Anthony Mccrory spin. And that is not what Austin LaPlante wanted to see. This race, is it going to end under caution? I don't know. I think it might. Because Austin just crossed the start-finish line for 3 to go. He's now trying to catch up to the pace car. It's now 2 to go, and now the pace car is acting stupid again. So I think this race is going to end under yellow. I think LaPlante's going to win this race. Jovan Anderson will be second, Carson Gum third, Dylan Young fourth, and Keith Batson fifth the way they run. White flag was just displayed for LaPlante, and he's about to come around. This is this is weird. We had this happen in stage 1, and now we're having it happen here in stage 2, and race is over. Okay, well, I mean, I guess if the race was going to end under caution anyway, we just expedited the pacing laps. All the positions would have stayed the same anyway, so yeah, we just hit fast forward, and that was it. So Austin LaPlante picking up the victory. That's his 2nd win of his career. He won last year at, I think it was either Knoxville or Eldora. It was one of the 2 dirt tracks. And he's going to get a victory here in Season 2. Race standings should be official now. That was that was interesting. Definitely interesting. But again, like I said, last year it was an interesting race here at Slinger as well, which brought about the coming about of us having co-champions once the checkered flag waved at Nashville Speedway. So no doubt, Slinger has played its part into the outcome of our championship battle next week as well, as LaPlante officially the winner, Jovan Anderson almost pulling off the sweep, won the stage, almost won the race. He'll get second, so big points night for him. Carson Gum, big points night, might keep him in the championship battle in third. Dylan Young, fourth. Keith Batson in fifth. Sixth for Levi McIntyre, so he could be the points leader going to next week. Chris Darlington, didn't talk about him back in the first stage, but a solid outing again here tonight for the gold SRX machine because he was sixth in the stage, the first stage, and then seventh here tonight in the final finish results. So he was up there in the top 10, top 7 all night long. Jesse Turner's going to get 8th. We'll see if this keeps Turner still in the championship picture or not. Michael Norman in 9th. Benjamin Miles is going to finish in 10th. I don't know if he'll be in the championship battle or not. He got second in the first stage. He's right now in line to get 10 points for his finishing position here in the second stage. So we'll see if he's mathematically still eligible next week. Seth Cole, saw him have that contact with Ali Lieras. That dropped him all the way back to 11. So he's not going to necessarily get the points he was looking for. He might not. Big question mark there of being in the championship battle. Anthony Mccrory, a bit of a struggle here tonight for him as he finished last in the first stage due to that weird caution period. He started on pole for the second stage and then faded all the way back to 12th place after his spin. And Nick Gunther is going to finish in 13th with Dylan Potin in 14th. Nick Gunther was another driver that could have very well still been in the championship battle, but 13th place here tonight. I don't know if that's going to cut it. That's only 2 points that he's accumulated here in the final race results in the first stage. He finished 9th in the second stage, or first stage rather, so that was 6 points he accumulated tonight. I think that might take him out of the championship picture here. And then 2 drivers did not make the conclusion of this race, Ali Liera and Daniel Voiles. That is huge in the case of Ali Liera because Ali did not get any points here tonight at all. No points in the first stage and no points here in the final results. So Ali Liera, who came in the points leader, is more than likely going to have a really good run next week at Nashville to keep her championship hopes alive. But certainly coming into tonight looking as the favorite, but now looks like Jovan Anderson, maybe Carson Gum, Levi McIntyre, they're going to be up there towards the forefront of our attention next week with the championship hanging in the balance. And we're going to find out now just exactly how close it's going to be as the point standings have been accumulated, and here they are. The final race of the season next week at Nashville Speedway, and this is the story going into it as to who's going to be in that hunt for the championship and who is not. Should be a good one. It was a good one here tonight at Slinger Speedway. Kind of a little crazy there with the expedited cautions in both stages, but some really good racing, a lot of passing for the race lead, and as always, Slinger slinging its way into how this championship battle is going to be. Can't wait to come back here next season. Congratulations to Austin LaPlante on his victory here tonight. First of the season, second of his career. And thank you all for tuning in to tonight's event here from the Slinger Speedway. We'll see you guys next week at Nashville Speedway. If you enjoyed tonight's race, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and part of the crew today. We showed you your full feature results, we showed you your point standings, and we will see you guys next week as the championship is about to be decided here for Season 2 of the NNSCRA SRX Series. Until then, I've been Seth Cole, and you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.